So the big question is this: how are those in the self-storage industry like us going to be successful in today's market? That's the question, and this show will give you the answers. My name is Jim Ross, and welcome to the Self Storage Show.
Hi everyone, thanks for tuning in to this episode of the Self Storage Show. We're going to do a little segment today called 3 Mile Mindset. Going to start putting some of these different kind of segments throughout the show. And this one's going to be, like I said, 3 Mile Mindset. Why 3 Mile? Well, basically, for a lot of storage sites throughout the U.S., we talk about, it's such a hyper-local market, and you got to, know your market inside and out. Many times that 3 mile radius is kind of the default, I know sometimes in like your rural areas, it could be 5 and larger radius. If it's in like a really like metropolitan type city, it might be even 1 mile. But hey, on average, 3 mile radius, that seems to be a good kind of barometer for everything when it comes to knowing what you're going on in your market, knowing your competitors, just knowing the ins and outs of your 3 mile market. So we're going to talk about today it's going to be a 3 mile mindset here. And a few years ago, I wrote a book, Self Storage Domination, and in that it kind of talks a lot about a lot of things I've done in the challenges. Those of you that have gone through my 30-day challenge in the Facebook group, it kind of modeled a lot of what I outlined in here. And so you've been exposed to these kind of ideas before, but I kind of thought, for these segments, and the 3 mile mindset segments, I'd kind of break down, chapter by chapter, kind of what's going on in here. So that's the idea, So let's first and foremost kind of get into it here. And these chapters always have like these little sayings and that, so I like it. Anyway, the distance between your dreams and reality is called action. Okay. If you've gone through the challenges and I've done before, and just hearing me speak over the years, it's all about action. Okay, you can talk all day long about what you're gonna do and what's gonna happen, blah blah blah. But if you're not putting action behind it, okay, you're just it's wishful thinking. Okay, and so a lot of that comes in terms with for the marketing, for storage, and what you're gonna do, and having your plan and executing it. But a lot of it starts in the very beginning with just overall preparation, of getting that domination mindset for your market. So I just thought I'd just briefly read kind of this little first chapter, kind of sets the stage for everything here. So story time with Jim. Domination mindset. Your identity. The way you define your self-storage business will have a profound effect on taking action toward improving your facility and ultimately dominating your market. Believe in your self-storage facility. Start by firmly believing that your facility is already the best facility in your market and the obvious choice for customers to store their items with. That's big. It really is. I run some sites that they're old, built in the 70s, and I'm competing with new and improved and latest things in my market, and we still do great because we have a firm belief that we're still providing a great value, great service to our customers. We can compete with anybody. So it really comes down to just, like I said, believing in your product, believing in yourself as a manager, and that will come across in your sales presentation. It's going to come across in the way you handle, customer interactions. It's going to come across with how you take pride in how your facility looks. Okay, all comes down to belief. Set measurable goals. Have measurable goals that will bring you closer every day to domination. What are your physical and economic occupancy goals? By what date do you want to meet these goals? And we'll get into this too in future episodes of a domination mindset, but of 3 mile mindset. And it just comes down to, again, where do you want to get to? Okay. If we're talking about occupancy, those that have gone through the challenge, it's the first thing we do. The first day is like, okay, where are you at? Where do you want to get to? Okay. If it's 85% occupancy, cool, great, boom. By what date? All right, got that by date. Well, now it's reverse engineering. Where you're at now, where you want to get to by what date, how many rentals do you have to get, net rentals, to get to your ultimate goal, and just kind of reverse engineer that. And then once you kind of have that plan set, well, okay, well, now what actions are we going to plug into each and every day, each and every week, each and every month to move you forward to hit the ultimate goal? But it comes down to knowing what you're aiming for. What's your target, okay? You can't just be like, yep, I'm here to rent units. That's my job. I'm renting units, and yep, answering the phone. Cool, good, that's good. All right, but to what are you answering what for those rentals that are coming in? How many do you need? It's going to help you focus on every single call that comes in, making sure that every call counts, and you're putting all your focus and energy and making sure you get that rental, okay? And it's having the ultimate goal that you want to hit by a certain date that's going to help put some oomph behind your actions, okay? That's a good word for the day, oomph. All right, let's keep going here. Accept the challenge. Accepting challenges is an essential piece in having a successful self-storage business, and is what will create the growth of your business. For this reason, bless each challenge, take on each challenge, and take action as necessary. Each challenge is directing you towards a storage business you've always wanted. Again, that's any business. I don't care what business you're in, you're going to have challenges. You will. I mean, if you're an owner or an operator, managers are going to quit with no notice. Yay, I love it when that happens. It happens. You're going to have that challenge, okay? As a storage manager, you're going to have those days where it just sucks. It does. Storage, it's going to seem like every day it's one thing after another. It's just like, all right, I'm done. I get that. I've had those days too. You meet those challenges. You expect those challenges because they're going to happen. And that way, when it does happen, you're not totally surprised. You just kind of start rolling with it. Roll with the punches and just keep going. I've had some stories with specific some managers that have gone through and have, some challenging sites. And, each site's different. You get some markets where it's like, oh my gosh, the tenants are late and they're going to come bring you some freshly baked cookies to say, sorry, I'm late, Versus you get some other sites where it's just like pulling teeth to get anyone to pay on time, and it's you're evicting people. And I get it, okay? You get some of those sites. Well, some of those more trouble sites, it can be a drag on some managers. It really can. So being mindful of what they're kind of going through day in and day out at their location and dealing with the kind of tenants that their clientele has given them, just in that market. It is what it is sometimes. Being mindful of that, knowing what kind of challenges they're going through on a day-to-day basis, and being empathetic, really, when it comes down to that kind of point of just, how's it going? How's your day going? Just listening, okay? A lot of times it's just a matter of just being there and just letting them talk and get it out of their system. And that's all good. Next day is going to be a fresh day. Move on. So, I could go on a lot about that, but it's just, accepting the challenges, knowing they're going to happen. You get some owners that are love you to death, but sometimes with you can get some months or just kind of a little bit lower than the month prior to that. It happens, okay? What's going on? And I think the place is going to burn down because we're maybe low that month. But then again, month after that, hey, it bounces right back up. Now it kind of evens out, okay? It's just knowing that it's not always smooth sailing every single day and every single month and week, so just expecting that, okay? All right, last little paragraph here. Create love and purpose. This is specifically speaking to the managers that will make or break the success of your self-storage business. Be willing to love and find purpose in all aspects of what your job requires. Commit to your job. See what you're doing for the benefit of others. When you love the business you're in, there's nothing that can keep you from wanting to work at it. Nurture it and make it grow. It's time to dominate. Let's get started. Let me get into the next little section there. That comes down to, again, I'm kind of speaking to the self-storage managers here, finding your why. Really. I've talked about this a few times off the cuff on stage recently. A few months back, I just kind of went with it. But it's totally true. For storage managers, why are you doing this? Okay, we all know you're not going to get rich off of being a storage manager. Okay, it might be a stepping stone to the next thing you want to do in your career. Then again, hey, maybe you've been around for manager for 15, 20 years and you absolutely love it and this is your career and you're okay with that. Great. I love that too, okay? A lot of times those guys, they found their why. They know why they're in this business. They love it, okay? Take the time and think about that as a storage manager. Why are you doing this? Why did you take the job? Is it just a job? You're punching the clock, getting in and out, looking at the time, and being like, okay, I'm done. See ya. Peace. I'm out. Or do you have the mindset of, hey, I'm here providing a great service to those that are in need? Okay. We all know that people that use the storage, it's not like they want to. Trust me. They're not waking up all excited going, I'm renting a storage unit today. Rock on. No, they're having a crap time in their life. It's a divorce. They're going through death. They're moving. All the crap that no one wants to go through, but it happens. And hey, they need storage. Okay, that's more often than not. It's kind of what it is. Okay, again, we all love businesses that are late. They need it because they need the extra space, and those are awesome customers. But your average residential, customer using your facility, it's not a choice. They need it, and it's usually not the best of circumstances why they need it. So, as a storage manager, great. Kind of put yourself in that situation of why you're doing this job, and it's you're providing a great service and helping people in need when they desperately need it, and that's kind of when I put myself in that position. That's what pops in my head. But this is kind of your choice. And if you're listening to this or watching this, think about that for a little bit. Not have to get all woo woo and kumbaya and crap stuff on you, but serious. But what's your why? Why are you in this business? And once you kind of have that, that'll help kind of tie everything else together that we talked about. When you have those challenging days, that helps. When you're setting those marks that you want to hit to make sure your business is moving forward and hitting those economic and financial and occupancy goals, great. You kind of have that why, and that kind of helps fuel you to move forward as you're moving on. So, we'll end it there for today. That's enough of me going on, but again, a lot of this is that that mindset, that 3 mile mindset of once you're kind of getting yourself in a position of where you're at and where you want to be and why you're in this industry in the first place, a lot of this other stuff kind of just starts falling into place and makes it fun. So we're going to continue this segment. I think it's going to be kind of fun doing this 3 mile mindset, and sometimes they're going to be a little bit longer. Sometimes they're just going to be a couple minutes. We'll see. Just kind of go with the flow. So I hope you guys enjoy it. Again, thanks so much for tuning in to the Self Storage Show. It means a lot that you guys take the time to take a few minutes out of your day when you're watching this or listening to the podcast. It means a lot. So again, thank you so much for being a part of it. I'll keep them coming. Take care. See ya. Thank you so much for listening to the Self Storage Show. Would you like some free stuff? Go to 3milestorage.com/free to find a list of items you can get for free that will help you dominate your 3-mile market. There, you'll find our free ebook, the Every Call Counts sales script, how to join our Facebook community, access to the next showing of the 3-day online summit, and whatever else we can think of to bring value to you and your self-storage business. So go to 3milestorage.com/free and enjoy.